truly a pleasure to be here this evening, this afternoon. I'd like to just sort of give you a background as to how I got interested in education. Uh, I'm born in Lahore. I went to Eastern College, Sacred Heart School, Eastern College, Government College, and got my BSc degree in 1945. And at that time, one thought that an undergraduate degree, or BA, was sort of a terminal degree, and that was the end of your education. But I thought that I could add some additional sort of skill by attending a business school in America. This was a new subject that had come onto the in learning was business administration. Started with American universities, so I went and spent a year at the University of Michigan and came back and started business. And so for the first 15 years, I was involved in trading and industrial operations. But then uh, I was managing an industrial enterprise called Packages, and one of my colleagues suggested that I should go and attend the Harvard Advanced Management Program at Harvard. And this was a 19-week program. We were living on the campus together with other participants. There were 100 other 50 people that came from different industries, primarily from America, but there's about 20% international students. And that is where I realized that there was much to be uh, learnt beyond an ordinary undergraduate degree. And when I came back from Harvard, I thought that one should have the operation. I was lucky that I was working with a joint venture partner from Sweden, and they were very generous in training our people. So our colleagues were well trained. We used to send them from Sweden, but I said, what about people who do not have that opportunity to train their people? So I thought that we should replicate uh, on a modest scale what I saw at the Harvard Business School, to have a business school. And that is the whole idea of sort of LUMS that has now emerged into LUMS as a full-scale university, but it started off as a business school. And we were very fortunate that we had an excellent core of good faculty who were educated in America. And they kept on pushing us. Us means the managing committee, that keep on adding other subjects, you should do more. And luckily we got additional resources with which we built this campus. And that is how LUMS evolved into what it is today. But what really I learned as a result of LUMS being created, and we interacted with universities both in Europe and in America, was that learning is a lifelong commitment. It's not something that ends with a degree, whether it's a PhD or any other degree. It's a lifelong learning. And that is how I got interested in education as a subject. And what little I'm trying to do, other than what LUMS was, a teachers training program with, and we are now focusing, of all things, on primary and secondary education, because that is where the foundation is being laid, and there is much to be done there. And unfortunately, the quality of education at the school level, especially primary level, is not good, because the teachers are not trained on the basis of merit, and they need to have for teacher, the real objective for teacher is that the student should be better than her or him, and that is not readily found. But at LUMS, um, we sort of about 30 years ago, we felt, and especially I must give credit to the then Vice Chancellor, Dr. Zahoor. He said we've become too much of an elitist organization. We need to bring in people from disadvantaged background, and that was the start of the national outreach program, which today is fairly robust at LUMS, and we have almost 10% of our students here are from the bottom of the pyramid. And it's not an easy task because everybody that is admitted to LUMS is on merit. And we start with roughly about 7,000 students, and in 2 years' time, uh, 7,000 students who are at school. We work with their teachers and primarily in the public sector, and we work with the teachers to prepare them to enter our entrance examination as entrances on blind basis, in the sense that we really don't know what's the background of this particular student. So that way, every NOP is here because of the merit of his or her ability. And that again, we would like to enlarge that program so that people who are gifted, who are well qualified, and our objective is that no good student should be left out of LUMS who has the opportunity to get in here. So it's been a very interesting and a lifelong journey, and education is something that is fundamental to any country's development. You go around the world and see countries which have no natural resources, and they have become leading countries of the world just because they invested in right kind of education. You look at Switzerland, they have no resources. You look at Singapore, you look at Korea, these are the countries which have invested in education and are today among the very prosperous countries of the world. So if Pakistan has to go forward, we need to invest more in education. And we have started another effort at LUMS, and that is LUMSX, which is distance learning. And hopefully, we should be able to contribute towards the learning of many, many people who are unable to come to our campus, unable to take benefit of the talent that we have among the faculty here at LUMS and faculty from outside that we can induce to come and take part in this LUMSX exercise, so that we are able to educate people right from the primary to the secondary to the tertiary level. So I hope we can continue this journey. I'm 97, so uh, my stay is going to be very limited, but I hope the next generation and the next generation thereafter who may be listening to this will continue with this effort and with this crusade of investing in education, the right type of education, education based on merit, education based on no bias at all, education based on philanthropy, education based on liberal outlook on people. We want people to be good human beings, and that is what my hope and ambition is. Thank you very much.